Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise on Nintendo Switch. I love it when it completely freezes like that. You're like, is it actually frozen? Or is it just thinking? It's just thinking. What do I got here? What time is it? 11:30. Oh. Can I get my water working again? I would love for my water to work. I don't even know if there's a good reward for it. Probably nothing.
Hungry, mister?
Hey, mister, how do you like our shower pressure? Just what the doctor ordered, ain't it? It appears that the shower in my room is broken. So there's currently no way for me to sample the water pressure that you seem to be so proud of. Is that so? I'm a chef, so anything other than food's outside my jurisdiction. You're a true pro, after all. But I may be able to give you a hint that'll help you fix this problem of yours. Meaning, might be something wrong with the water valve near the bathroom on the first floor. That damn bellboy is supposed to be checking up on it, but he never follows through. I see. Well then, can you have him fix the valve? No can do, Mr. FBI. I'm a pro chef, which means I ain't gonna do jack squat outside of cooking good, genuine food. Then what should I do? You're an FBI agent, ain't you? Fixing up a valve should be like a piece of cake to a fella like you. Zach, it looks like we'll need to masquerade as plumbers for a bit if we wish to enjoy a good shower here. This game. What is my status? Am I hungry? I am not hungry, okay. So many valves, but so what? It shouldn't matter if I loosen them all at once. Besides, I'm not a plumber, so it's not my fault if something goes wrong. Zach, look at this. This is it. This is what you call a shower. Any proper shower needs at least this much pressure, don't you agree? We've went as far as masquerading as plumbers and all in order to experience this magical moment. Now we're free to shower ourselves until we drown. Still, I'm surprised that trio had the gall to use an FBI agent as a shower repairman. Those three professionals are far craftier than they let on. You notice what they're up to, right? None of them want to be the one who calls the repairman. So they're all feigning ignorance to get me to adjust the valve instead. Such an entertaining town. Isn't that right, Zach? Zach, it's a bead. Fixing the shower led us straight to a dazzling jewel. Required a abyssal bayou bead. Oh. Okay. I need 5 of those, huh? Okay, let's do the other thing that we're supposed to be doing. Whatever that is. No, I don't remember.
Lena Doman, aka Professor R. How could such an intelligent person like her suffer such a tragic downfall? Does the South really corrupt people like Patty said? This sunlight certainly seems capable of breaking someone down. No matter how you try to resist it, it's so hot it feels like I'm burning up. But that doesn't explain it. Perhaps we really do need to focus on the Clarkson bloodline itself. Everything in this town, whether it's visible or invisible, it all carries shades of their influence. Buildings, people, conversations, food. Right down to each blade of grass. There isn't anything beyond the reach of the Clarkson's breath. Even San Rouge itself was created by Clarkson blood. Zach, just looking at the people involved in this case tells us all we need to know, don't you think? What stands before us now aren't your usual serial killers, and not even your usual drug case. It's the history of sin that's weighing down the shoulders of a massive entity known as the Clarkson family. And we're simply lost souls wandering through its colossal womb. We need to be like Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket, put our heads together and find the way out, no matter what we go up against, no matter what situation we find ourselves in. Our mission never changes. We need to apprehend the perpetrator and bring them to justice. It's as simple as that, Zach.
The goddess of fertility. A fine name indeed. So much blood has been shed, yet you remain in this town. Surely, you know why.
Of course I do, Hoongan. My work here isn't finished yet. You know, I could really use one of your oracles right now.
You're more fun than I thought. Here's the oracle you ask for. Listen with your heart. Speak to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans. Feel the holy Allah. The giant lady's finger points down toward your goal, the entrance to the forbidden.
Poetic and graceful as ever, Hungan. Hungan's oracles are leading us toward the core of this case. That's the one thing I'm sure of. But don't misunderstand, Zack. I'm not blindly following him. I only follow my intuition. Metaphysical offender profiling. That's all there is to it.
Oracle description start.
The 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use history to figure this one out. After all, we need to find someone or something that saw the birth of New Orleans. And we can't just round up every last old person in town. Somewhere, there are 17 comrades who've survived for a very long time. The word comrade seems to suggest that they aren't inorganic objects such as buildings. Maybe they're statues made to look like living creatures, or some other organic life form. Well, Zack, have you figured it out yet? That's it, Zack. The French established the colony of La Nouvelle-Orléans in 1718, just about 300 years ago. The only 17 comrades that would have been around back then are the 300-year-old oak trees along this road. A majestic road lined by oak trees. Come on, let's go ask these sages of Carré for some help on our investigation. Zack, the Holy Allah is a shockingly simple metaphor, especially considering the quality of the oracles we've received thus far. It seems as if Hungan's poetic muse is finally running dry. The great thing about us Americans is that we can recreate our homeland anywhere. We're happy to transport crunchy bacon across the deserts of Africa if we need to. That's what it means to be American, and this Holy Allah is just another example of that. From the early days of the frontier era, they've been helping us Americans be what we've always meant to be. Hey Zack, if the Holy Allah needs to be filled, things must be dire. Imagine what would happen if the Holy Allah were to run dry. Townspeople would instantly face multiple serious problems. That's it. I never doubted you, Zack. The Holy Allah refers to a water tower, specifically that water tower with its Clarkson family crest. It must be hiding some sort of clue. Let's fill the Allah and see what it yields. Zack, what do you think the giant lady's finger is? I'm at a loss. I never thought one of Hungan's childish riddles would force me to think so hard. But, oh well. I'm sure that as we deal with the rest of the oracle, it'll reveal itself to us.
What? Is there something on my face?
Listen carefully, Patricia. As my skilled assistant, I trust you a great deal. So I want you to answer me honestly.
Answer what?
Do you have any idea where Melvin might have gone?
No.
He didn't seem to be acting or talking differently than usual?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, I believe your words. Zack, we have a lot of work to do. It feels like we're finally approaching the climax here. Why do you think the Clarksons chose a dragonfly for their family crest? In some European countries, dragonflies are called devil's needles, and folklore suggests that they fly around, sewing up the mouths of children who don't do as they're told. In Japan, Some samurai helmets are also shaped like dragonflies. There, dragonflies are seen as beneficial insects who march valiantly ahead, preying on the pests that devour crops. In other words, dragonflies symbolize opposite things depending on whether you're in the east or the west. But why did the Clarksons choose this insect to be their symbol? I can't help but feel like it's something deeper than the cliched image of dragonflies as guardians of crops. Hungan called the dragonfly a flying serpent. One of his interpretation was right on the mark. The Clarksons are serpentine. Savage, cunning, and skilled at protecting themselves. But they don't slither along the ground. They're serpents with wings that allow them to soar above the rest. But now, those wings are starting to fail on them. That's what really triggered this incident. After acquiring wings, the serpent attained prosperity and was crowned in glory. But now it's lost its power, wavering, moments away from plummeting back down to the earth. So it started lashing out against others, just like it used to do before it gained its wings. Sort of sounds like an ancient myth, doesn't it, Zach?
Memorial Oak Street.
Zach, do you sense that? These trees have watched over this land for the past 300 years. Long before the Clarksons built up their town, these trees were here. If they could speak, I wonder what they'd have to say about this case. Has there always been a different number of trees on each side?
Yeah. I heard that by the time our town came along, there were only 17 left. A general from the south might have cut one down during the Civil War.
Intriguing, Patty. Why did he cut one down?
I don't know. Folks say he planted a red tree in its place. I don't know if that's true or not, though.
Zach, the shape of these seeds. They look just like the ones we saw at Lisa's altar. Patty, it appears that legend about the red tree wasn't a total lie. The first tree is withered and gone, but the shells from its seeds remain. Perhaps that red tree left some descendants somewhere else. Zach, he seems to know something that we don't. Doesn't it seem like he's trying to guide us somewhere?
What? What's going on?
Change of plans, Patty. Let's go on a little stroll with that Dalmatian.
Eerie Dalmatian. Where you going, puppy? Boy, we're not going any place close. Come on, doggy. Okay. Red tree?
Is this the red tree that General planted?
No way! This is a maple tree.
A maple tree? Then it shouldn't be red at this time of year.
You're right. That's strange. A long time ago, my mama and daddy used to come here together a lot. They told me they used to go on dates here, back before I was born. Mama would make sandwiches, then they'd come here and eat them together. My mama was really pretty, you know. When I was a kid, I believed she was a real goddess. Under the boughs of a legendary tree that stayed red all year long, a small miracle was born. One man managed to win the heart of the most beautiful girl in the world, and they call him Melvin Woods.
Looks like it's time to move on. What a fantastic guide we managed to find. He actually waited for us to finish talking before taking us on to the next spot.
I think the one thing that developers need to learn is that whatever the running speed is that you made, make that the walking speed, and then make the running speed even faster than that. Pretty much every game I played, the walking speed is never fast enough. And as these games get bigger and bigger, and there's more territory you have to cover, and it's like, it doesn't make any sense for them to walk so damn slow. I'm trying to think of a game where the walking speed was fast, and I really can't think of one. now I'm looking for red trees in the background or on the horizon. Beat the dog at his game. That dog's just having fun. Oop, see one in the distance maybe? Or it's just a shadow. Might be just a shadow. No, not this one. Now this is one of these missions where maybe they're planning on like more stuff happening in between your trips. Like maybe monsters would attack or something. But then I was like, I didn't get that done, forget it. Yeah, and always quadruple the stamina bar. Or, you know, reduce the consumption by 4 times. And again, that's pretty much every game I've ever played where the stamina bar is never enough and the running is never fast. Red tree.
Hey, Patty. How would you rate this creation?
Not bad, I reckon. They made good use of its natural form, while also pulling out the soul from within. The artificial color also looks pretty. You don't usually see this level of harmony. Something unnatural always ends up getting left behind.
Zach, did you catch all that? She sounded just like the curator of an art gallery in New York. I think we may have just uncovered a new side of her. But unfortunately, I can't see anything artistic about it. Honestly, it looks insane to me. That's all I get from it. And there's no way that this is a descendant of the tree that the General planted.
I mean, imagine that if this was like a nighttime mission, this would be like super exciting since all those creatures they spawn so quickly. Although I'm thankful it's not a nighttime mission because that would have been a pain in the ass to shoot that many things while traveling this great a distance. Even that little time that I spent in the, you know, in the nighttime world was like, that's way too much shooting. As soon as you shoot something, another thing spawns. dog on the other side. But we have a skateboard. Take that, you crafty mutt. Yeah, trying to lose us, eh? Sneaky dog. Wish that dog knew how to ride a skateboard. I think there was a movie where there was, or multiple movies where there were dogs riding skateboards. I'm sure they were all terrible. That's my kind of recollection of them. Where are we going? Got a crazy dog. On a quest to find 100 more of you. Now this is potential Creepsville. jumping out of the grass. Come and get ya. See one up there. Is this gonna be the one? Red tree. Ah, finally.
Zach, now this is interesting. It looks like a tree that you could find anywhere, yet it's also unlike any other, completely alien. And look how it's weaved its way into the landscape. Almost like cancer cells invading the human body. Might not even notice it unless you're focused on finding it. And this feeling. As I gaze upon this tree, I can feel evil emotions rising out from within me. Why on earth did that Southern general bring this tree into this town? I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Do not touch this tree. Got that, Patty?
Got it, Agent York.
We successfully spoke with the 17 comrades. I feel like they showed us a side of nature that transcends the realms of human knowledge. Next up is the Holy Allah. According to the Oracle, the Holy Allah needs to be filled. We may be due for another childish puzzle soon, Zach. But that's okay. After all, we came all the way out here to the boondocks. Why not enjoy playing by their rules for a bit?
Really? Alright. Where is it on our map here? Just unmarked all in the middle of nowhere. Alright, well, whatever.
If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decomposed. As I drove him to the station after his arrest, he started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss. Anyway, back to Duluth. They have a famous lift bridge there called the Aerial Lift Bridge. The lift bridge here is the first one we've seen since then. But this one looks a lot smaller than the Aerial Lift Bridge. Its smaller size was most likely chosen due to the width of the river and the sea level of this area. The height and structure of a bridge is what determines which sort of boats can travel down the river. Normal bridges' base heights are set at a higher point so that boats can freely pass underneath them. But I imagine it would be difficult to create a bridge with a large arch here due to the river width and the sea level. That's why we're seeing all these mobile bridges, such as lift bridges and drawbridges around here. As far as Louisiana goes, it appears that they've built mobile bridges over most of the bayous. Fascinating, isn't it, Zach? So many different types of bridges. I'm curious to learn even more about bridges now. Let's do some detailed research next time we get the chance. We've been in this town for longer than we originally planned, haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to living out of a hotel, and I love southern food. There are some inconveniences, though. There's no movie theater in this town, nor is there a video rental store, and the TV in the hotel room doesn't get any of the on-demand movie channels. We'll just have to get lucky and encounter a movie being shown on TV. The movie environment in Carré is no different from that of the 70s, Zach. No, they don't have a movie theater. So I suppose it's even farther back than that. But it's true that these are the times in which one always encounters the best movies. It's always been that way, hasn't it? Think back with me. Remember that hotel in the rundown town near Monroeville, just outside of Pittsburgh? I took a shower, and by the time I got back into bed, it had already started. Time Walker. 1982, directed by Tom Kennedy. I started watching it without any idea as to what it was about, but it instantly got me hooked. The plot highly exceeded all my expectations, constantly revealing shocking truth after shocking truth. It was a hyper-realism masterpiece. Even after we checked out from the hotel, we couldn't get that film out of our heads. Not even when we stopped by the Monroeville Mall, the primary filming location for Dawn of the Dead. Instead of the living dead, both you and I were totally preoccupied with thoughts of that living mummy. And we were so excited to visit the Monroeville Mall, too. You kept insisting that you were going to track down those kumquats that Roger had eaten. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only reason I took on that case was because I knew it would let us travel out there. Instead, Time Walker blindsided us. And that's all we could think about. Even when we were inside the mall, we were both off in a different world.
Okay. Is there a save around here? Well, hopefully the sequence won't take too long. Water tower number 14.
This thing sure looks tall when you look at it up close. But why do they gotta build it up so high anyway?
The height gives them the necessary pressure to pump the water out. Also, building it in a spot where anyone could easily access it would only create more problems.
Problems?
In a certain Missouri town, they built the water tower low enough that a person could easily climb up to it. And that's exactly where a mass murderer decided to hide the bodies of all his victims. The water tower was so low to the ground that he could even climb up to it while carrying a dead body on his back. Incidentally, they ended up finding a total of 43 bodies in there. But the part that truly shocked Zach and I wasn't the number of bodies, Patty.
What?
It was the fact that over the 6 months from the first murder to when the case was solved, that whole time, the townspeople had been drinking the water.
Agent York, look! I think we can climb up from there. Let's go.
But Patty, I was just getting to the good part.
I love Agent York. Let's see, what is this? This is... Oh, this save is over here. Well, let's... Oh, no, wait, no. There should be one right around here. Should be close by. That's just the campground. Okay, well, we stop it there. This is audap. You've been watching Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.